Two basic drills that are going to make your golf swing feel really, really simple. We like simplicity. Today we're going to be looking at ball position drill, making sure it's correct, how far we stand from the golf ball, what position the ball goes in, and a simple rule of thumb. And also, how do we stand to the golf ball? Some key checkpoints. So let's have a look at this down here. So you might be wondering why these are on a slight angle. We'd be hitting straight towards me, so I'm basically sat on the ball to target line. In a traditional set of clubs, we need to understand that as our ball gets further up in our stance, the ball is going to get further away from us as our club gets longer. Now, me being a one-length player, I should have it in the same position every single time, apart from my driver. I don't. So we're going to talk about it, how I always advocate everyone doing this. So I'm going to grab my wedge, I'm going to grab my 7-iron, and I'm going to grab my driver as well. And just ultimately fill in the gaps around these. So if you think about it this way, if you knew and had the perfect driver position, if you knew and had the perfect 7-iron position and the perfect wedge position, you can fill in those gaps around that out on the golf course. You need to have almost those as like markers. If you've got those markers, it's easy to fill in the gaps. So let's start with pitching wedge. I'm going to address this golf ball, and you're going to see here how this ball position would be in the middle of my stance. So on the first golf ball, I would have my wedges and roughly my 9-iron hanging down straight in the middle of my stance. If I wasn't trying to manipulate the ball, I wasn't trying to hit it low, I wasn't trying to hit it high, as a standard position. As we go through the bag now, we're going to be into 8-iron, 9-iron, 7-iron, roughly on the second golf ball. So adding that one in now, look how the ball will get a little bit, club will get a little bit further away. Onto the third golf ball now, I'd be looking at my higher end of my irons. My 6-iron, my 5-iron, my 4-iron would be roughly around this third golf ball. Moving on to the fourth golf ball, I would have my hybrids, potentially like my crossover irons, my driving irons, and definitely my fairway woods. And then finally, my driver. So if you look from the down the line perspective there, you can see as that club gets a little bit longer, the ball gets further away and the ball moves up in our stance. It's really important to understand that. This is a really nice routine to use to get the right ball position. So let's just go through that one more time. Because if you can think about it in 5 golf balls, it's really simple for you to take to the golf course. So ball number 1, wedges and 9-iron. We'll say really 9-iron. So we'll go wedges on the first golf ball, 9-iron, 8-iron, a little bit of 7-iron on the second golf ball, 6, 5 and 4 on the third, into hybrids and fairways on the fourth, and number 5, that's our driver. Really nice, simple routine for you to stick to. And that's what we like. Simple drills, simple routines. You can picture that out on the golf course. So I know, without any doubt now, pitching wedge in the middle. Right, okay, third golf ball along is roughly around my logo. Right, I can hit that 6-iron or 5-iron away. There's no doubt. You look at all the top players and think about this right now. I was watching DJ last weekend. At no point was he hitting the golf ball with doubt. How many times do we have that? We stand on the golf course and we're like, is that ball position right? Am I standing to this ball right? Oh, I don't know. I'll hit it anyway. Hit that thumbs up button if that's you, because I know I have done that. In tournament play, playing with my mates, killer. Why do it? Why do it? I'm giving you a telling off, but I'm also telling myself off as well. So let's now talk about how the best way we can stand to this golf ball and some simple checkpoints for you to use. So I'm going to hit one away here, and we're going to use this fantastic technology at Bramble Park to show you setup. So 7-iron here, let's hit this one away. Comment down below, how far do you think this one's going to go? Give me a comment down below. I'm going to try and hit it really hard. Also, comment down below how far you're hitting your 7-iron. It's interesting to see how far people hit this.
How far do you think you're going to hit it?
That's a better question, Josh, isn't it?
Come on.
I'm going to hit it, I'm going to rephrase it then, I'm not going to hit that hard. If I was out on the golf course, if I had a 170, 175 number, carry, that is when I would use my 7-iron.
Go on then.
Okay, then we'll look at the setup points and what you can use.
Right.
Hit it well. Wow. Just a little bit out.
In a good way though.
In a good way, it is, but it would be airmail in the green, so it's not necessarily that good.
Very true.
I think that's been embellished that a little bit in here. We'll go with that anyway. Okay, so enough of me, more about you guys improving. So checkpoints that I like is armpits over the balls of the feet and the back of the bum just hanging down behind the heels. So let's take a player right now and we're going to look at how they sit up to a golf ball. So we're going to go tour players, and I think this is really, really good. So a player who I really like, and just a pure golf swing, it's got to be this man right here, hasn't it? Molinari. So it's not quite the right angle here, but you're going to see exactly what we're after. Armpits, in the back of the armpits, just at the end of the Nike logo, over the balls of the feet, and the back of the bum, just hanging down behind the heels. Some really good balance points. You'll also notice his knees quite close to this line. My knee is quite close to this line. What I like about his setup, and mine's very similar, but more his setup, is it looks balanced. We're not favouring too much on the heels, we're not favouring too much on the toes. If we're going to move our best way, if we're going to move our fastest way out on the golf course, we need to make sure we're balanced. We can't be too much on the heels. This is going to make us affect the golf swing differently. Because I often see this in many golfers. If we start on the heels, we either try and counterbalance it, or we go with it and then we have to change on the downswing. So your golf swing will be very orientated around how you set up to the golf ball. So I've spoken about this before in terms of a routine to take to the golf course. I realise it's not practical for many golfers to stand here tilt over. Something you can do at home for sure. But how I'd picture it is like this. I always advocate this, taking my grip, 1 foot down, and this forces me to get this forward bend towards the golf ball, then take my width of stance, rather than take the width of stance, shuffle in, and then you feel uncomfortable. Grip on, club down, 1 foot in, forward bend, keep in that position, you're now comfortable, you're not spending too much time here, and you can really learn to stand to the golf ball, get the correct ball position, 2 simple drills that are really going to affect your golf swing. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you tomorrow.